Good morning, students. Welcome to Mobile Application Development Lab. In this session, I will explain the first program of Mobile Application Development Lab. First, let me share the VTU syllabus for 6th semester of MAD Lab, what we have. So here we go. We have part A and part B. We have 8 programs from part A as well as from part B also we have 8 programs. Just look at here. See, we have 8 programs from part A as well as from part B also we have 8 programs. But for the academic, we have only part A section where we need to complete with 8 programs. And from a part B, you need to take, here only it is mentioned that part B programs should be developed as an application, and this needs to be demonstrated as a mini project in a group by adding extra features, or even the students can also develop their own application as a mini project. Both are allowed here. So let me start with the part A first program. Here it is telling us that create an application to design a visiting card. The visiting card should have a company logo at the top right corner. So this is what it is showing. We have a company name as well as the company logo. Then the company name should be displayed in capital letters as shown here, and this needs to be aligned to the center, and the information like name, job title, phone number, address, email, website needs to be arranged in this manner. Okay. Then we have an horizontal line which separates this company name as well as from the name. Then one more they have given that insert a horizontal line between the job title and the phone number. So we need to add one more horizontal line between this job title as well as for the phone number. So this is what are given a first program in a mobile application development lab. So let us start with the designing of the visiting card now. So I've just turned on my Android Studio. So if you just look at here, I'm ready with a particular Android Studio. Now I don't want this project, so that's why I'm just closing this project. Yes, it has come up with this this screen, and I'm just going to give create new project. And we already know we need to select the empty activity because it is just like a blank activity where we are not having any features. And in the some other activities we have certain features which comes up with selecting of the particular activity. For example, basic activity, it may have certain features like a scroll, like that. And even this one I have explained in my previous video as well. And login activity where you are going to get with the username and password. So there is a difference between all these activities. So for our program, I'm just selecting this empty activity, give next. And we already know that this is what application name I am going to give. Since this is a visiting card application, I am naming it as a visiting card, and both the space as well as the capital letters are allowed for the application name. It doesn't matter here. And this is what a workspace where I'm saving my program, and Java I'm preferring that language, so that's why give finish. Yes, the Gradle is building now. We need to wait for some time to get initialized with all the jar files or all the supporting files. Everything needs to be get initialized, so that's why we need to wait for some time. And we know that we are much familiar that we by default we are going to get with activity main XML as well as a main activity, that is a Java file. So by default we are going to get with this. Yes, our project workspace is ready now. And as I already told, we have two files. One is XML file and the another one is Java file. And for our visiting card application, we are not going to change anything in the Java file. So I'm just keeping it as it is. However, it is like this. So I'm not going to do any actions or any changes in the main activity.java file. Okay, so let me go for the activity main.xml file. So just select that, and here we found this is what in the left side what we have. This is a project tree where you can see about the manifest file, manifest folder, Java folder, and then the resource folder. Our android.manifest file will be in the manifest folder, and the Java, whatever the main activity.java file we got, that is a main activity.java file, that will be in the Java folder. In that we have three more folders. One that is for a unit test, we have, and the another one is for the instrumented test, what we have, emulator, and one more is your exactly Java program or Java file where it has been stored. Okay, so this is what you can look at here. Then we have the resource folder where we have drawable, layout, map, and values. We mostly concentrate on drawable and layout. Drawable, where we are going to put some images for our application. We are going to study that in the next programs what we have in our VTU syllabus. Then even this layout, so this is what where we have our activity main.xml file. So this is what a project tree we have. Next, next comes here, it is a palette. I think you can see here the palette where we have certain UI components. If I just click on text, whatever the UI components with respect to the text, like either it can be a text view, or it can be a plain text, or it can be a password. So similar way all we are going to get in the text. Then buttons. Yes, it can be an image button, or it can be a radio button or checkbox. So everything you are going to be get it here. So these are some of even for the layout, whether it is a linear layout, relative layout, or constraint layout, we are going to get under layouts. So this is what our palette is. And if you look down from the palette, we have a component tree. Component tree means whatever we are going to, whatever the UI components we are going to making use for the designing of the project or designing of a program. So those components we are going to have in the component tree. For example, since by default we are going to get this text view, that is hello world. See, look at here, we have the text view. Only text view is there, so that's why the text view. And this is what we are going to say it as a constraints, and I will teach you what is this constraints and all. But as of now, I'm telling this is a constraints what we have given for the text view. So that's why here it is showing it as a constraint layout. So this means that, so whatever the UI components we will make use for the designing, so that and all will be showing here in the component tree. I hope you all are following with me, or you are understanding, I think. Um, so this is what just for the introduction. And then one more important thing is we need to have the attributes. So whenever I need to change with the attributes, I need to select a particular component. Then on the right side, we have the attributes. If I just highlight this, then only with respect to this, whether it is a text view, whether it is a button, the remaining attributes or values are going to be visible in this attributes section. You can minimize this also, and you will be get it here. Okay. So this is what just the introduction for the application. Now we have three important icons, that is a code, split, and design. If I just want to look at the design, I can select for the design. And if I want to look at only at the code, I can, that is what the XML code, I can select for code. Then split gives us with both the code as well as the design in a single screen. So these are three are very important when we are working with the errors, where we are just finding out in which part or in which UI component we are facing the errors. So at that time this split will help us a lot. Yes, let me go to the beginning, or let us start with the application, that is a visiting card application, and I'm selecting with the code part where I want to uh, select, or I want to put which layout I am going to use. So before that, let me tell you what is the difference between constraint layout, then relative layout, as well as the linear layout. In this project, since we are using linear layout and relative layout, let us go through that first. My requirement, I have selected the split mode where I can see with the code as well as the design, and we will start with the designing now. And before that, we need to have a knowledge on linear layout and relative layout, since those two layouts we are using in our first program, that is a visiting card design. So let me explain what is relative and what is linear layouts. Okay, so this is what, yes, this is what a relative layout, where we are going to display child views in relative position. For example, if you look at here, this specifies the location of child objects which is relative to each other. For example, child A to the child B. So like this, or even to the parent, where parent, like either it can be aligned to the top of the parent or it can be aligned to the bottom of the parent. So this is the relative layout, where we are going to place the UI components which is relative to each other. And now we will take up with the yes, linear layout. So if you look at here, this Android orientation represents the horizontal one, and this represents the vertical one, where the components are arranged in a horizontal manner and where these components are arranged in the vertical manner. Now I think you can get some idea regarding how our visiting card design will be now. Okay, so let us go back to the designing part. And before that, see, just here, if you highlight here before this XML version 1.0, here if I just click, it will be selected, right? So just erase from this part, observe carefully. So just I am clearing this. I am clearing this. Why I am clearing this? Because see, if you look at the design what we have, so this is what our workspace, or this is what our project area or the activity area, where I can put our UI components for the designing purpose. So if I consider the whole activity area as the linear layout, so later I can tell whether it is a horizontal or vertical. I think you already have an idea whether this is a horizontal or vertical orientation of the linear layout, isn't it? Now, so if I come to this one, company name as well as logo, I can say this is a relative layout. Why? Because see here, this icon is relative to the company name, or company name is relative to the icon. That is a company logo, isn't it? So we can make use of linear layout for the whole activity area, and within that linear layout, a part will be the relative layout. Right? Okay, let us start with the design now. So now we have we can see below the XML version we have Android X, which is a constraint layout, right? So this is what a constraint layout, it is highlighted in the design as well, and the allow word within the constraint layout. Now according to our project or according to our program need, we don't want constraint layout, right? We have linear layout, which is a outer box where that covers the activity area, and within that a part will be our relative layout, right? So I'm just going to erase this and I'm going to write it as linear layout. So this is a linear layout. Automatically it is going to give us with the suggestions. So just to select the linear layout, and the closing tag also will be automatically chosen. Okay. Now within this linear layout, I need relative layout. And I don't want this allow world now, so I'm just going to delete this. Select that and press delete button. So delete has gone. Now we have only the linear layout, right? And I want to put relative layout inside the linear layout. So I can search for the relative layout here. If you didn't see in the layouts, you can directly search for the relative layout. Just give relative layout, yes, and here it is showing. Just select that and put it here. Just drag and drop to the component tree, or else you can drag and drop to the design as well. So both are fine here. So if you just drag and drop, it will come within the linear layout. If you observe in the component tree, see here relative layout is inside the linear layout. So that is what it is showing here. And now with the design, by looking at the design, I am not getting any difference between the relative layout and linear layout, right? Because it is matching to the parent. Parent is our activity area now, right? So if you look at here, for the linear layout also, I have set, or automatically it has been set to layout width as match parent and layout height as match parent, right? So since the parent is our activity area, this is matching with the width, and height is matching with the parent only. That is the activity area. And now even if you look at the relative layout, this width is matching with the parent. Yes, okay, it is fine. But even the height is also matching with the parent. That means with the activity area. And I don't want that much height for the relative layout. Why? Because see, if you look at here, if this I consider as a, let me draw and show once. So if I consider this as a activity area, and I have put the outer layout, so the entire activity area is covered by linear layout. Just kindly bear with my bad handwriting in this application. This is a linear layout. Now only this part it is the relative layout, right? And anyway, we can give the width can be matched with the parent but not the height, right? But not the height. So I'm just going to show that how I'm just going to give for the design. Okay, so let us back to the Android Studio, and here this width can be matched with the parent but not the height. So observe the code as well as the design. I hope the design is very clear for all of you. So let me change this match parent to one value, like let me take it as 150 dp. Automatically it is giving us with the suggestion. And if you look at the right side in the design part, you will come to know that how much of space it is going to acquire. And if that is not needed, you can go for 125. Yes, I think for our design 125 is fine, right? So 125 dp. Okay, so this is what our relative layout, and this is what our linear layout. If you observe carefully, if I just click on this, the relative layout is going to be highlighted, and if I click on the outer side, the linear layout is going to be updated or highlighted, sorry. I hope you people don't have any doubts till here. Yes. Now, what is the next thing according to the design? Within the relative layout, I need to write the company name and the company logo I need to put, right? For the company name, we need to make use of the text. Why? Because see, look at this. Since the company name is a text, I'm just going to select text view. I'm just going to select text view and I'm dragging the text view and I'm putting that in the relative layout. And wherever you put in the relative layout, generally it is going to be in a left corner, and I will tell you how we are going to bring that back to the center of the activity area. Okay, so now if you just I'm just going for the design now. Why? Because we need to change the attributes and all. For me now, as of now, I don't want this coding part. So I'm just going to the design part. So I'm just zooming it. Yes. So text view is there. If you just click or highlight this text view here in the attributes section, in the declared attributes, you are going to get with ID and text. Okay, so just change this text to the company name. You can give any of the company names you want, but since I'm generally doing this, I'm giving that as a company name only. And as already it is given in the syllabus, this need should be in the capital letters. So company name I am giving in the capital letters. So type the text and press enter, and automatically if you look at the design, it is going to be updated. Okay, it is going to be updated. So now the thing is, you need to make it to the center of the relative layout. For this we need to give the constraints. So now that is what I am telling, that constraints, it is nothing but the positions. Yes, constraint is also nothing but our limitations where we can position and size UI components or widgets in a flexible way. Like we are going to drag and drop wherever we need in the activity area. We can position that, we can fix that position for a UI component or widget to be placed in the activity area. So that is what the constraints we are going to give. And now, how we are going to give the constraints for this text view, that is a company name. Here, if you just found, we have 4 circles which is a blank, right, in a blue color. So just if I just highlight this, if you look it carefully, if I just highlight this, the another circle is going to come, right? So that means that that particular part we are going to give a constraint, and I'm going to give the constraint only in the relative layout. So just I'm selecting this to the bottom, since it needs to be positioned in the center of the relative layout, either it is the left, from the left, or from the right, from the top or from the bottom. So all 4 sides I am going to give the constraints for the text view, that is company name, and especially only in the relative layout. Okay, so just I am going to give this, and I can drag it now if you observe, and even this side I can give, and even the top side I can give. And now you can increase the size of this so that it is going to be displayed properly, and I'm positioning this to the center. And now I want to change the text color or the text size. So if you go for the attribute section at the last, because steel it's at the last, right? So we are going to get with just to scroll down, go till the end of the scroll bar. So here if you found the text size is there, you can select any. I'm just making it as 34, it is too big, so let me go for the 24 sp, and I'm just going to make use of, if you want, if by mistakenly if you have typed with the small letters, here we found text all caps. I hope it is visible, text all caps. Here if you just make it as a tick mark, automatically the small letters will be converted into the capital letters. And this is what the text color also So just select, if you just click on this color, then only you are going to get, and you can select any color. Just no need to click OK and all, automatically it is going to be set now. So color I have changed, and constraints also I have given, and the company name it is displaying. Right, I hope no doubts till here. If you have any doubts, you can put a message in the comment section, or even you can mail me also for any of the queries. I'm ready at any time. I'm surely I will go through your whatever the comments or whatever. Okay, sorry, whatever the comments you are going to give or whatever the queries you are going to ask, definitely I will go through that and I will get back to you very soon. And even the mail id is given in the description. Go through that. Okay, so now the company name is ready. Now what is the next thing? I want to put a logo. So since I don't have any image, I think in my desktop, I'm just going to take any logo. So I'm just choosing a flower images. So yes, just I have a beautiful flower images here. I'm just going to click save image. Okay, one more thing is, whenever you are going to save image as, or you can download later, you can rename also, keep one thing in mind: you should not give any space, as well as you should not make use of any capital letters or numbers or any special characters. So this is not allowed here. And I'm just going to save this on my desktop. I hope so. So just I'm going to close this. Yes. So now the next thing is, I want to put this image in the Android Studio. So I will show how to put that. So let me go back to the desktop. Yes, here I have, which is saved in the name of flower.jpg. Just copy this. Just copy this and go back to your Android Studio, then post it, or paste it in the drawable folder. Okay, just right click on your mouse button and paste it, and here it is going to ask us to paste in the drawable folder or drawable v24. First try with the drawable folder, because some Android Studio versions will take in the drawable folder and few are going to be taken in the drawable v24. So if you didn't get from when you pasted in the drawable folder, you can go for the drawable v24. So as of now, I'm just checking for a drawable folder. I'm pasting that and select that and click OK, and it is going to ask us for the saving. So the flower is a name and click OK. So now if you just what is that, if you just press your drop down button, you can get with your flower.jpg. Okay, so now I have copied and pasted in the drawable folder. I want to put that in the relative layout. No? So go to the common only. You are going to get with the image view. So select and drop here in the relative layout. Now see, I'm repeating this again. You just select this, select image view, drop and drop that, drag and drop into the relative layout. Just leave that. Leave the mouse button while dropping that. And here you will get with the image what you have put. You just select that and click OK. So here it comes, and again what we have done for the company name, that is a text view, the same thing here also you are going to do. And if I just highlight, if you just look at here, if I just highlight this image, here it is at the corner, it is giving us with the small circles, right? I'm just making it as a smaller one. Yes, now it has already acquired with the relative layout completely. Now I want to decrease the size of that image. So just at the corner, drag and drag that. You can fix it. You can just first drag and make it a smaller image. So later you can give it the constraints and you can fix that wherever you want. So now if you observe here, it has come up, it has become smaller, and I can give the constraints now. Since this is relative, only with the relative layout, I am just giving the constraint. See, now I can drop and put it anywhere. Okay, so this is one thing. Either you can make it relative not with the layout, and even you can make it relative with the company name what we have put here. Okay, so this is your choice. I'm just aligning to the center. Yes, now it has been set with the company name and image, that is a company logo, in the relative layout. Next, what we need to add? We need to add with the name, job title, phone number, address, email, website for details. Yes, as I told, now I need to select a horizontal line, and for that we are going to search for the view, and if you don't found here, go to the widgets, and here we found view here. So just drag and drop here. I'm just go to the split. So here, if you look at here, we have the view here, and and if you observe, it has been completely giving what with the view. So 2dp for the layout height, and this is not require layout weight. I'm just deleting that. Still that view, that is a horizontal line, it is not visible for us. Why? Because that color may be relative to the screen or the background what we have. So we can set in the background, we can set in the XML code as well, since it is not visible. So just press enter. After that you can type Android colon, we have background as an option. Just select that. Here I'm just going to select with color black. Yes, I have given a background color as color black, but still it is not. Look at here, nowhere our view, that is a horizontal line, is visible for us. So just if you look at this design, it is not visible for us. Why? Because we have the linear layout, which is a horizontal one what we have set. That means automatically it is going to take the linear layout as horizontal orientation, but we want the vertical orientation, isn't it? So now no need to change the entire design, nothing is like that. So just click your right mouse button on the linear layout, and you are going to get with the option that is a linear layout, and in this we are going to get with convert orientation to vertical. So just give that, and now it comes with the vertical orientation, and I think your here you can see the horizontal line which is vertically displayed. Before it was horizontally displaying, and that's why we were not getting to see that horizontal line. So I hope it is clear now. So just our horizontal line is visible now. And what is the next thing? We need to select the text view for the name. So just drag and drop as we have done before, and just change this. Go for the attributes, and I'm making this change in the text as name only. Either you can change here, or else you can change here also in the XML code, that is Android colon text name. So both are fine. So just press enter, and if you make use of color and the size, just scroll to the bottom, and here you can find out the text size and you can give it a 24 or whatever you want. Then text style also you can change. If you are interested in designing, you can make use of these options as well. So that is what the beauty of the Android Studio. And what else? We can change text color, right? So yes, so now minimize. Yes, it is displaying name, but it is not in middle. So if you observe here, the text is not at the center. So I'm just going to change in the XML code. After that, press enter. Android colon, just type text here. Automatically it is going to suggest us with the text alignment. Just press enter. You should avoid typing. So select whatever it is going to show and which is opted to our program. And if you just select center, the text is automatically going to set to the center of the particular text box. So now this name is fine, and again I need to take up with the job title. So again I need to have the one more text view. So I'm just dragging and dropping that to the same necessary things even for the uh, job title. So just go to the design and scroll up to change the text, or this time we are going to change in the code. So let us try that also. Okay, I was in the split window. Yes, instead of this text view, I need to change that to job title. So just type that. If you look at there, it is automatically changing, and press enter, and I'm going to select that, and I will go for the attributes, and here I'm changing the text color as I selected before. So here I selected the color of the text. Then text alignment you can select here also, that is center, and can change with the text size as 24 sp. Then the text style you can make it italic or whatever you want. So now if I minimize, yes, the job title is ready for us. Later we can give the distance, all these things later. And now what next I need to have? I need to have the one more text view for the phone number. So just go for the attributes, and I'm just giving it as 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. That is the text alignment. Again it is center, and the text color you can choose with any of the color. I'm making this as one color, selecting, and importantly the text size, right? So select the text size 24, preferably I've taken that. Yes, it is done. Now next what we have, we need to go for the address, right? So just again drag and drop with one more text view and type whatever the address you want to type. You can change anywhere, so which is convenient for you, you can make use of that. So this is the address what I have, and go for the attributes. Again text alignment, choose text color. I'm making it colorful simply, so blue, and this is what 24 sp, and since it is address I'm making it italic. Okay, you can increase the size of the text. Then one more text view for the email, fax, right? So what all the left out things we have: email, fax, then what else? website. So website, comma, fax details. So just type this, and here we go with this text alignment. I am making it as center again. Same thing what you have done before for the other text views. So same thing you are trying to make it out here as well. And select the text size. So generally I have selected this, and style also have selected italic. Yes, so this is what the design we have done. We have given the attributes as well. Now I want to increase the size. If I want, you can just drag like this, so the gap between the text, it is going to increase. Okay, still our designing part is not yet finished, right? So now one more thing is, I want to put the horizontal line as it is said in the syllabus. We have insert a horizontal line between the job title and the phone number. So I'm just going to make use of the widgets, select view, drag and drop between this job title and phone number. Here this is completely, this is what a view, it has been completely covered, don't worry. So just go for the split, and here if this view, it has been highlighted, see, look at here, this is a wrap content is the height, and I don't want to be a wrap content, so just give around 2 dp, that is a display pixel, and you can make use of the color because that horizontal line needs to be visible for us. So android that color, that is a background, and color I am selecting that as black. So now I think you can look that color, the black color, that is a horizontal line here, right? So this is what our designing of the application, that is visiting card design. I hope no doubts here. Now we are going to run this program. So I'm going to give run. So here Gradle build is running. Sorry. So it will take some time. We need to wait. So here the emulator has been launched. Need to wait for a few minutes. See, if you get black screen like this, you need to turn on your emulator again. Why? Because sometimes it will happen like that. So just use the power on button. It is going to turn on. Since the launch succeeded, here you can see your output on your emulator screen. So I hope it's clear. Thank you, students. Hope everyone liked this video. If so, please subscribe to my channel to get more updates on the upcoming videos, that is your MADLab programs only. Click on the bell icon and share the links with your friends or those who need this, so that it will help to do the mini project as well, and you can learn some Android development as well. Thank you. Thank you, students.